Hello, how is everyone today? We've got a very light council today. So far, I'm joined only by the one and only Mark. Hello.
Introduction, thank you.
Top of the head.
Yeah, the one and
How are you
only.
doing?
Well,
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing not too badly, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Same old, same old.
Yeah,
Never changed.
it's yeah.
It's yeah.
Same shit.
Different government, same shit life.
Yeah. All the shit hasn't started yet, has it?
Well, no.
It will. It'll come. Don't you worry.
Yeah. We'll see. Won't we?
It'll come.
We've got welcomes already. Hello, Ben. How are you, sir? And Phil. Hello. Patrick, I saw you on Saturday? Tuesday even. Yesterday. What am I talking about?
All right, okay.
Buford. Hello.
Buford.
Josh, how are we doing?
Josh.
Nix. Are you well, sir? Are you well? Josh is saying hello to everyone as well. That's a very nice community we have here. Specky. Hello there, Joe. How are you?
Joe.
And the original Joe. Hello.
Well,
I'd love to know what this Fabio is supposed to mean.
I don't know.
No, I've no idea. No idea. Another Ben. Hello, Ben.
Oh, not world.
And Dave. Dave's here. How are you, sir? How are you? Labour out, says Ben. They've done nothing yet.
Bloody Labour.
They have, actually. They have. 92,000 immigrants that were waiting to be processed have been just set loose on us.
And the prisoners are coming
out.
out.
That's, I can't believe that.
All the railways are getting is it publicised, isn't it? Public
and the buses, Yeah. Although I fully support that, to be honest with you, I do. I fully support that. I believe that they should be under public ownership.
They should, but how they're gonna sort that out?
Yes, I know.
It blows my mind.
On Google with hair. Okay. I was lonely in Mark's chat, so came here.
Yeah, come over here.
Good man. Dave's doing well. How are we all? Well, same shit, different day, mate. Buford says hello to everyone. And I've caught up on the chat. It's a lot easier to do that on these councils than what it is on a giveaway. Yes, a lot easier. Evening all, says Corn Kid. Hello there, Corn Kid. Enjoyed my unpacking video last night. Did you? Oh, brilliant. I still can't believe that people watch them, but they love them. Those majestic Cylons were quite a pleasant surprise being unopened. Yes. Yeah. I was looking forward to doing a review video of them. And I've got some Hot Toys Stormtroopers on order, and I was going to display them for a little while with them. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Oh, dear.
I will do at some point, Joe. You're just watching the original Ghostbusters. So which one am I then?
40 years too late, I think.
Hello, Katie. Are you all right? I think you are still over on Mark's channel, by the way. Mark, are you substreaming? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
Josh. Oh, hello there, Mr. Cool Stuff. How do you fancy joining us sometime? Would you like that?
Yeah.
And I know you've told me that you're not so great on camera, but you're welcome to join us at any time if you like.
Bloody is.
You would. You'd be welcome to join us.
He's kidding. He is.
Slimer. That's who I am. I'm Slimer. Thanks.
Yeah, I will judge Slimer.
Thanks so much for
between
that.
My premiere and this splash one. Yeah.
I've been debating on whether to.
I've been debating as
well. Bid at auction for a couple of Hot Toys Predators. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Jumpy is saying hello to us all and wishing us a good evening.
Jumpy.
And I believe Ian might be one of yours as well.
Yes, I don't know who Ian is, but hello, Ian.
Corn Kid. Jumpy.
Take it you haven't
In
watched
future, you'd look
the
to
Acolyte
not
today,
tonight, though. Right, well, you'll have to drop me a line to email or something so that I can send you a link. I would say send me your number, but you'll need to drop me a line to do that. Don't do it in the chat. You don't want these reprobates having your number.
I must have him somewhere.
Oh, George, stop it.
I must have him somewhere.
Yeah, Joe, I'd like to get a response from the audience here. Joe's told me many times that I look like Zachary Levi. That's Shazam.
What?
Exactly. Yes.
Can I have some? What is smoking?
So, do I look anything like
Not
Zachary
in
Levi? Let's tell you what.
single little way.
I'm sure that's
not in
Shazam,
any
isn't it?
tiny little way.
Right, okay, let's bring that up for you, and the audience can say if they agree or not. Joe, we'll finally have a definitive response. Do I look like this guy?
You're both men, I suppose.
Yeah,
That's as far as I can go.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced.
No.
Tell you what, just to help him out a little bit, because we all know what glasses did for Clark Kent, don't we?
That works. No.
I'll just say, I wish. I wish. You can shut up, Ben. What do people say? What do people say? Well, Barry says hello.
Hello, Barry.
Only in dark shades. Yeah. Marshmallow Man, that's who I am. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd take that as a lookalike. He's a handsome man. He is a handsome man.
You
like
take
I said,
it. You would take it, but you just...
It wouldn't be fair on him. It wouldn't be fair on him. Not for a minute. I'm Batman. Yeah, well, you never see me and Batman in the same room together, so make of that what you will. Definitely. I've got a shop full of Batman. Why would I say it?
Damn.
Hello, Victoria. How are you? Dave's not seeing it. You've got bad eyes, Joe. Ben, pack it in. You're encouraging him. Not to be polite.
To be polite, no.
Joe says yep.
Well, it would.
No. What the F have I walked into? Says Luke. Hello, Luke, by the way. As a Joe from the Council of Joes, that's what you need to set up. The Joe Council.
Yeah, get Joe on.
I had no idea what the other Joe is talking about. More of a Homer Simpson. Wow, thank you very much.
G.I. Joes.
Yeah. Maybe Shazam's dad. I'm trying to remember who played his dad. I bet you do. Yes. Mark Davies, hello there. Good evening. You look more like Timmy Mallet. Oh, thanks very much. You?
Alex Mallet.
Any suit you've got a spare costume? Right, I believe someone's ready to join us. Are you ready to join us? He's munching. He's munching.
Is he rushing from the train?
I've rushed from the train.
On the bus?
And he's nicked your t-shirt by the look of it, Mark.
Yeah. You need to get a red t-shirt to match.
Yeah, I should do, shouldn't I?
Yeah, then we'll all like with three.
There's Shazam. That's Shazam.
Right, give me a minute then. Give me a minute. I'll leave you two to talk amongst yourselves.
Hi, Mark.
We want to see the camera. We want to see the changing of the shirt.
They're not paying for that, Mark. Come on,
no chance.
You're Batman, not Superman. Come on.
Just keep pretending that we can't see him, Mark. It'll be fine.
So how was the train then?
Somewhat delayed. Otherwise, I'd be eating sooner.
Well, it's going to all change because Labour's going to change it all when they all become public. That's going to work.
I'm not even going to go there for reasons. So
No, we've already been there, so you're all right.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah. Want to go back to those days? Look at those trains. That's what we want to go back to.
There's a lot of lines around. Whoa.
Forever Retro.
Forever Retro sponsoring
I did another shop. That dodgy shopping in Bradford.
Oh, you've just put me off. I'm going to strip now, Phil. Where are you? Look at that. Labour Red.
Oh, no. Oh, take that off. I'll burn it.
Where are we at?
Red shirts. Oh, no, we're red shirts. We're all going to die.
We are? Yes. Yes.
It is, yeah.
Is it comic relief?
It were only day release.
It reminds him of Bottom. Anyone's Bottom in particular?
You don't need reminding of Bottoms, do you?
No. What's Andy eating tonight?
Andy is eating pizza because it's fast.
Well, I have pizza.
Delayed and very expensive.
Delayed and very expensive, I'd expect. Star Trek, yeah, red shirts. Love the T-shirt. Well, this is a guy who prints T-shirts for a living.
Ember Energy.
Who's beaming down first?
Not me.
He has put his music. What?
Excuse me a second.
My childhood has returned. I'm watching the original Star Wars Unaltered Trilogy in 4K from the original camera negatives. Now I need the toys from Palitoy.
Well,
might be able to help you there.
I don't think I'd want to watch it like that.
The original Unaltered in 4K.
The original.
Well, it has to be altered slightly to be in 4K because it wasn't filmed.
Yeah. The original Star Wars, not New Hope, Star Wars.
Mm.
I think is better in the special editions. Don't at me. Simply because I was always confused by the battle at the end. Not the idea of going down the trench and blowing it up. It's all the dogfight. It was all like you couldn't really tell what was going on. But when they did the special editions, it was all, oh yeah, all right, yeah.
All right, you prefer the special editions to the original cut?
The Star Wars.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of Empire Strikes Back.
Well, the only thing really that was altered in Empire Strikes Back is they added a wamper, which is tiny.
It's the windows in
the windows, which that does no problem at all.
The original special editions, not the changed special editions where Darth Vader changes what he says, "Green my shuttle." And
I don't like that either. I don't like that.
Alert my Star Destroyer to. Yeah, no.
Expect my arrival. Yes, or something wrong with that.
And there's on Dagobah where Luke says, "Good job you don't taste very nice," to R2. And it's taken out in the special editions.
Is it? I'm not noticed.
Yeah. I always liked that line. Because when it spits him out, I think, But Return of the Jedi, original, please. I don't like the special edition Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, he went a little bit far with that. Flappy neck.
Yeah. And let's get the Ewok song back, please. Let's get Yub Nub. Yub Nub. It was fantastic.
So I see what he was going for with that ending. I do see what he was going for.
Yeah, because of the prequels and we saw all the different planets. It opened Star Wars the universe up, didn't it?
Yeah, but that's just it. He's altered that twice.
Well, at least twice.
He altered it to add in a little bit of Coruscant that he'd sort of like dreamt up.
Yeah.
And then he altered it again after the prequels. Because remember, they came out long after the special edition did. In order to add Naboo. And I think he had it somewhere. He had it somewhere else.
Palpatine's statue down and
the fireworks bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And the way I always looked at that is, bloody hell, news travels quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Coruscant would have still been very much. Yeah, it would have still been under Imperial rule. with or without the Emperor and Vader, it would have still been under Imperial rule. There's a lot of admirals out there. There's a lot of governors out there.
And we know from the Legends books that
even
there was a lot of empires still out there.
Even without them, could you imagine if our king or prime minister was leading the war effort somewhere else and died? Would our government just suddenly topple because of it? I mean, ours probably would actually. But
have we got one?
Well, there would be a chain of command in military terms, but it's a question what's the chain of command in political
Sebastian
terms?
Shaw, yes.
It wouldn't just
get
collapse,
Sebastian Shaw back.
Yeah, it wouldn't just collapse.
In fact, no Sebastian Shaw. I want Dave Prowse. Dave Prowse stood there as Anakin.
I was annoyed at the addition of Aiden Christensen. That was totally unnecessary.
Yeah.
Totally unnecessary. Anyway, moving on. Politics sucks. It can do. Yeah. Hello, the Red Devils. That's who we are.
Pay them enough to do, yeah.
TV show. I don't know what you're referring to, Joe. What toppings are on Andy's pizza? Cucumber.
None now.
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
Cheese.
And cheese. That's kind of a given, but yeah.
Tomato sauce. And maybe barbecue.
They are bloody great. Hand shot first in my video.
Hand shot. There was no hand shooting first. Hand shot.
Hand shot, yeah.
McClunky.
Yeah. Not much in Empire. No, there wasn't much change in Empire.
No, but yeah.
Sebastian Shaw, welcome back. No, Ewoks was terrible. Nub all the way. The last episode was garbage. If we're talking about the sequels, then yeah.
I think, is he talking about Acolyte?
Oh, I don't know. Are you talking about Rise of Skywalker? Are you talking about the Acolyte, Joe?
The Acolyte is bad.
Yeah, I've not watched it yet.
Everything.
There's two cameos in this last episode.
Right.
I'm not going to tell you. I won't spoil it, but
it's going to get spoiled for me on Facebook anyway. But
I don't want to spoil it for anyone else.
Yeah, I'm actually planning on watching it now that all the episodes are out. I'm going to sort of like binge it, and who knows, I might do a rant afterwards.
Badly written.
Yeah,
and it's going to get a second season. Believe it.
Has it been confirmed that?
No, but the way it's ended.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to talk about it, but
the worst bit is when Han stood on Jabba's tail next to Millennium Falcon.
That was all right. At first, it was all right. You thought, oh, it's an extra bit.
Yeah. I didn't mind it until sort of like they did the with the eyes. It's like, it's not Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Doinks.
They need to update the Windows to keep it operating.
You've got to go update Windows, haven't you?
Any omelette fans in tonight? How do you have yours? Cheese omelette for Dave.
I saw a video. I saw a nice video of a young lady doing an omelette the other day. I don't know what the omelette looked like. I wasn't looking at the food, but
you have some very strange OnlyFans subscriptions, Mark.
That's not.
It sounds good.
It's one of the things, you know. I hate shorts, but you can't. You've got to click on it, haven't you?
Are the Star Wars books worth reading? I've only read the Dark Horse comics from the 90s, but always fancied checking the books out. Check the 90s books out.
Yeah,
some of the comics are interesting as well.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Dark Empire was interesting.
Mine, but you know what? I binged on. It was end of last week, and then the following day when I was poorly as. And I actually watched the second season of Prodigy, Star Trek Prodigy.
Oh right, yes.
Which is ostensibly a children's show, but it's actually really good in terms of obeying law and Treknobabble, and actually being a sequel to
Decks. Lower Decks is better than any proper Star Trek, I think.
What is, sorry?
Lower Decks.
Well, yeah, it's funny because it's like Lower Decks in that it's animated.
Yeah,
but it's more realistically animated than Lower Decks because it's proper 3D CGI, but it doesn't quite reach the same sort of heights of graphicalness as Discovery, for example. And yet, it's still really beautiful just to watch as an adult. You know, the actual scenery and stuff. You've got to hand it to them. They put the effort in. I think because it's all CGI, they can just do whatever the hell they want. They don't need to worry about physical sets and everything else. So the voice acting really carries it for me as well. So yeah, I mean, obviously it's aimed at kids, but if you know your Star Trek lore, it's got that clever 2-layer thing going on, you know. So it's really, it's quite. I just quite enjoyed it. It was just a good run.
Well, the good news about Star Trek is it's been bought, hasn't it?
Has
it?
Yeah,
it's been bought. Yes, so
I heard the mutterings about it being sold, but
yes, lovely.
Oh, that's surprising. Who's bought it though?
Please don't say what I think you.
Bad Robot.
Disney. No. I'm not sure actually. I just seen it that it's been bought out, so I just thought, yeah, good.
You do know that if it is Bad Robot, the Obi-Wan meme's going to pop up everywhere.
It's
1,000 voices cried out in delight and were suddenly silenced.
Yeah, I'm racking my brains to think what it is. I forgot.
Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, give the Thrawn books a try, the Heir to the Empire trilogy, and the Jedi Academy trilogy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely give those a try. Am I going to be...
X-Wing books are pretty good as well. I like the X-Wing books.
Oh, the X-Wing books are brilliant. Yeah, they're really good. Yeah, that should be a TV series.
Yes. Well,
every book is a season. Every book is an 8 to 12 episode season, easily, hands down.
It's odd that they don't do stuff like that because it's sat there waiting for them to do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's about 3 or 4 years ago now, they announced that Patty Jenkins was going to be doing X-Wing Rogue Squadron. And I was like, yes, we're finally getting the TV series I've always wanted.
Yeah.
And then they said, it's going to be a film. And I was like, oh, no, it doesn't want to be a film, doesn't this one? This needs to be a series. And then it never happened anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I think it's still there. I think it's still...
Yeah, because they don't ever cancel anything, do they?
It's going to be after Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, but they never actually cancel anything. They just leave things in development hell.
Well, yeah, we know that.
Am I going to be having any Acolyte toys in? I haven't ordered any. Yeah. Not a single one.
Yeah, a Plagueis figure.
Oh, yes, I'd already seen that. That's already in thumbnails on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah, seriously, that's already on there.
Why?
Yeah. And I was like, all right, they've introduced him about 30 years before he should be born.
They just put him in. It wasn't in there for anything, just to tease you.
Right. But no, no.
And she turns to the...
Hello, says Ultraman. This is Mecha Conzilla. He's changed his name again. Hello, Connor. How are you, young man? Chicken, onions, peas, no cheese, Chinese style, Dave. That's how Jumpy has his omelette.
I thought it meant pizza. What is that?
No, omelette.
Yeah.
Chinese style omelette. Interesting.
Yep. I'm not sure what we're yapping at, but yep. It's an X-Wing squadron.
I remember playing X-Wing games on the PC.
Yoda. The Akashite, says Joe.
He certainly was.
I can respect that jump it. Fair enough. Red Leader, 1, 2, 3. Critical drinkers' reviews on Acolyte and recent Star Wars in general are brill. You know, I haven't seen much of him lately.
I used to watch him, and then he started doing shit reviews of things that hadn't even come out yet.
Ah, right, okay.
And I thought, why? Isn't there enough shit out there to review?
Give it a chance.
Yeah.
Fair enough. No, I haven't seen much of him lately. I know he's been popping up on a lot of other things. I've seen him on some Piers Morgan interviews, which that seems really, really weird, does that?
Wow.
Yeah. I was back. What was it?
Go
About
away
a month
now.
ago. I was following all that baby reindeer stuff. Yeah. Good series, and I wanted to watch the actual interview that Piers Morgan
I've not
did.
got Netflix, so.
But then a couple of days after the Piers Morgan interview, Piers Morgan interviewed Critical Drinker and 2 other people about his interview. Yeah.
Right.
Darth somebody. Plagueis.
Self-referential.
I won't watch Piers Morgan anyway.
Palpite's master. I think he means Palpatine for some reason.
Yeah, I think.
Palpite, yeah.
It won't get a second season. Prodigy is a decent show. Dave agrees with you. Any fans of Lobo in the chat?
I know of him. I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm a fan. He's he's entertaining. I'll give him that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm interested in seeing where they're going with the Jason Momoa casting of him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, they only need to make his skin white, don't they? Because it looks like him.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I can see it. I'm just wondering what happens if they need to guest star Aquaman at the same time. It's a bit awkward.
Interesting, isn't it? But this is James Gunn's universe. I think James Gunn is sort of like just restarting everything, isn't it?
Rebooty bit.
Yeah.
The NATO.
Sith can live longer. They can, but not from before they're born. Because people writing for Star Wars bar Favor and Favreau and Filoni know anything about the universe. Filoni's well versed in it, but he's still willing to make changes just for the sake of making changes in order to please his superior, let's say. Favreau does have to bow.
He read the Throne book and thought, "Oh,
yeah." Favreau does have to bow to Filoni's knowledge because Filoni's a lot more well versed than he is. But has anyone seen the clip of Sam Witwer when he's had to correct Dave Filoni on something?
wow."
Yeah, it was regarding. It was regarding Anakin's mother, Shmi, and.
Oh, yeah.
Amidala having met her, and something along the lines of "nice to meet you" and everything. Is like, we can't do this. We've got to cut this. Like they've already met. Yeah, so Filoni's not perfect.
No, mistakes.
But it's a lot of threads to keep in your head.
Yes, of course it is. Yeah. Connor's doing all right. I guess his Instagram got hacked yesterday. All right, okay. But thankfully, it has changed its profile, so hopefully people should know it's not me. Okay.
That's always a worry, is getting hacked, especially on YouTube. Can you imagine that? There are things in place, so there's a lot of safeguards in place, but it's still possible.
I suppose that's one good thing about showing your face on YouTube. Back in my early days, I wouldn't show my face, would I?
No, I didn't either. I mean,
whereas now I do. So if you did start receiving strange videos, you would know that it's not from me because it doesn't have this lovely Zachariah Levi-esque face.
Yeah. Shazam.
Hello, Jumpy. People pooping on Star Wars for clicks now all over it. It wasn't a good series, Acolyte, but they didn't do any favours for themselves doing the interview. No, they certainly didn't. No, they didn't. Not at all. Yeah, thinking that Anakin blew up the Death Star.
I did.
Well, that would be a bit of known
goal. Where did those? When Vader shot at Luke, where did those lasers go? Well, they might have. It's fake news. They went into the.
Only if they were proton.
They were lasers, so they just went straight ahead.
But it shot into the proton torpedoes to activate them into the Death Star. So he actually did.
Oh right, is that what you're getting at? Right, okay, I get it.
Yeah, conspiracy. Fake news.
Interesting. Dave hasn't watched any of the Disney Star Wars shows. Most of it's just because there is never enough time to watch anything. Do enjoy the movies though.
It's a big time sink. I rarely. These days, I struggle to keep up with everything.
That's interesting.
I'd watch Endor. Yeah.
Endor, yeah.
The end of Endor.
Andor on Endor.
The first 2 series of Mandalorian and Andor, and just skip the rest.
Yeah,
I like the animated ones though.
Send it from my iPhone. Yeah, sent from my iPhone. Lobo is cool, says Ben. God, how many messages do I have to get through? Poloni okayed the Acolyte. Yes, he did. He's a full supporter of it. I reported that account comment and blocked after watching your warning. Sorry this has happened. Okay.
Yeah, it is bad.
Interesting. Did you hear who's playing Booster Gold? It's the Indian guy from Eternals. Yes, I had heard something about that. You know, he's probably
why is he playing everything in every property?
I would say that I can see that him potentially having the right kind of attitude and being able to play the part.
But it's the same character in everything he plays.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's not a particularly good actor, is he?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I want to see some characters of color being played by white people. Moving on. Could deep fake it? Yeah, you could.
Black and white minstrels. I'll go watch them.
I think I've just missed someone. Then sorry. That's why I'm going to try and show my face in more bids. Yeah, I think we've only seen it in mine, haven't we? Imagine if you got hacked by somebody.
I think it's going to be a running gag now, isn't
it? Seriously, some of the people that he said that I've looked like in the past, I don't know where he gets it from. Just in case something did happen, but my YouTube account is safe. That's good. Nick says when he was around 8 or 9, he met Alan Grant. Okay, interesting. The bloke that wrote Lobo, and he would post me signed comics. Very cool. Just came across them again today. First time seeing them in years.
Nice.
It's funny how easily you can forget stuff that actually meant a lot to you back in the day, and you just come across and went,
yeah. No, that's nice, is that? Surprised they didn't get Pedro Pascal. He's casting everything now.
He's in everything. He's in Fantastic Four, isn't he?
Yeah, he's playing Reed Richards, isn't he? I'm sure that leaked months and months and months ago, but people kept going on about Jonathan Krasinski. Or John Krasinski, whatever his name is.
I can see Krasinski being quite a good one, actually.
Yeah, I can. Well, he played him in the multiverse, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's great, Nick. I bet you had a smile on your face. Definitely. Without a shadow of a doubt, his best film was Ghost Rider. What delay? Jesus Christ! That's weeks old.
Needs to refresh.
Yeah, definitely. Right, tonight's topic. We've gone for over half an hour without getting onto tonight's topic. That's cool. Yeah, someone asked me this in the shop, and I thought that's quite an interesting topic of conversation. They either asked me in the shop or they asked me in a live chat.
It wasn't Joe, or it?
Probably. What do you envisage doing with your collection ultimately? Are you going to die while still owning it? Or are you going to move it on? Have you got anyone to leave it to?
I'm leaving it all to Gareth.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it to him to value, and then because my son will probably just want the money, knowing him.
Yeah,
he doesn't really have the emotional attachment to it that I might have. So,
it's like, this is it, isn't it?
I can, he's all right with me getting it as long as it's worth something when he can sell it. He's quite economically minded like that.
Yeah. Nice. It did intrigue me because my daughters, they're not interested in any of this stuff. There might be some things some small things amongst it all that they do like and that they might want to hold on to. And I hope that there's something that they choose to keep, to remember their father with. But then the only thing they'd see in it is the monetary value. And not everything I collect for its monetary value. So
yeah,
they're likely to be extremely disappointed.
I was thinking this very thought though, because I got something the other day and I just thought, in a few years' time, there may be very, very few people left who actually give two hoots about this, which logically would mean that demand for it would go, and then it just becomes a piece of plastic on a card. So, why have I got this? And I've got it because, like, for me, it's something that I never had, and it fulfills one of the goals of my collecting stuff, which was to get a little example of something that was mentioned on my website. So each of the series on my website from back in the day that were my 80s nostalgia things, I thought it would be a giggle to try and get an example of a toy from each of those series, which, as it turned out, wasn't as straightforward as it sounded, because some of them just didn't have toys to speak of, at least not ones that were widely distributed in this country. So, that was a sort of a sub goal, I suppose, of just doing nostalgia. But from my point of view, I think maybe a bit like you, Mark, I'm doing it in part as a bit of a sort of historical capture of stuff, just because I think it would be sad if it faded from memory altogether, So if it's out there and I've captured a little bit of it and it's out there, then, people might come across it every now and again and think, yeah, that was cool, and move on with the rest of their lives. But at least it would be there, That makes sense.
Definitely.
So you plan on keeping yours till you drop, Mark?
Yes, they're coming with me.
They're coming with you.
So on the burning Viking boat will be Mark and his collection.
It'll be an entire longship.
Yeah, and end of the Return of the Jedi, when Darth Vader's on the funeral pyre, that'll be me with all my toys around me.
Everyone from Echo Base running to fight to pull everything from the flames.
Yeah. Slating me for burning everything.
Yeah. No, they won't. No, they'll thank you because you just increased the value of their collections by reducing the available
I don't think we'll see it like
that. No, it really is an interesting one. There's certainly no right or wrong answer. Not at all. I think it is something that's going to be personal to every single collector out there. They'll have a different answer.
I mean, for me, recently, I've not been collecting anything, if you like. I've not felt like I want to collect anything. Probably because I've got no bloody money left. But, I just don't have the feeling I want to look for things.
Yeah.
I saw some things yesterday that kind of triggered me wanting to start looking, but they're very expensive, so I'm not gonna fall down that rabbit hole. I'm getting I'm getting tech for the channel, and different, something a bit different. I think I've got most of the toys that I want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I think for me the dream that'll never happen would be that I'd be able to turn it into a museum.
Yes, well, I thought that was one of your sort of side goals. Yeah.
Yeah, but for it to turn it into an actual museum that supports itself, so that it could be handed over. Yeah, so it could be handed over to someone when I can no longer do it, and they could continue it at very little effort. But like I say, it's a dream that'll never happen because everything takes a lot of work, doesn't it? And you can't expect everyone to have the same kind of passion that you've got. So yeah, I that way.
I'll be a curator for you for free. I'll volunteer. I'll curate for you.
But no offense, Mark, but I would hope that you go before I do.
Well, it can be arranged.
But interestingly, though, some might argue that you've already got a museum that pays for itself.
Yeah. It has been said. Let's put it that way. It's been said this week. It has been said.
I mean, like my mum always says to me, you should charge people to come and look around. I've not got that much anyway. But yeah, you've seen the point. You know what I mean? I really think you should go forward with that idea.
For me to do that, though, I would have to accumulate a lot of stuff, that I'm not interested in myself.
Yeah.
And better stuff than what I actually collect because, well, no one's coming to look at these.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you've got to have popular.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're looking at 80s stuff, 70s, 80s stuff, but like we're getting older now, so he's gonna have to go into the 90s now as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm all for that.
Toy museums are usually 70s, 80s stuff, but they're going to have to move on to 90s stuff, to 2000 stuff.
Because we're all getting older.
We're going to expand the museums. Well, apart from Brooks Collectibles, of course, which is going to be perfect as it is. But I think you should take a leaf out of Mark's book.
Oh, definitely. I'd like to at some point.
Yeah,
it's getting that top floor sort of. And another big issue as well for me is owning the property.
Yes.
Yeah. To do that and to invest as heavily as what I'd need to do, I wouldn't want to be turfed out once my landlord dies and his offspring decide to sell the premises and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'd need to be able to buy it, and I don't want to buy it with the state it's in.
And where it is.
And where it is, Jesus, yeah, definitely. Anyway, I'm going to see what the chat's saying about this.
So where would you put it then? Where ideally would you position it?
Locale wise,
I
don't know. I know Mark keeps petitioning Leeds.
It's a gap in the market.
And Leeds would be nice, but could you imagine? Could you imagine how much it cost?
It was packed today.
It'd be 5 times, 10 times the price I'm paying now. Easily.
Yes, but the footfall pays for it.
I don't necessarily agree with you.
It depends, though, Mark. The critical question there is: are people going there to buy, or are people going to browse to look at the stuff?
Exactly.
So footfall is good, but they've got to open their wallets as well. Otherwise, Gareth can't break even, which is what he's saying he wants to do to just justify it in the first place.
See, additional footfall would be wonderful. That said, the people, for the most part, the people that come out of the way to Dewsbury to visit Cosmic Toys, they tend to do so because they're planning on buying something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, Andy's one of them. Mark, you're another.
I think there's only one time I've come and I've not bought something. So, yeah, I think you're right.
One time too many.
Yeah.
Right, what's the chat saying? Corn Kid said, you're the first person. You're not the first person to suggest that he refreshes. It's usually his socks that are the issue. Joe's asking if we've watched The Boys. I haven't.
Yes. Not the most recent season.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. The last episode was very good.
I managed the first episode of the first series.
Oh, it's on tomorrow morning, isn't it? Oh.
Corn Kid, I tweak it. Limited shelf space means I have to sell some to get others. It's fair enough. Yeah. My wife and daughter will be glad to see the back of my toys. And me, probably. We need a big room in an old people's home, would Phil.
Needed a big old people's home.
Hotel? I think of the people on this council right now, Joe, Has Been Hotel is really not on their watch list. You know, for one thing, they're past their 20s, and I don't think they're interested in seeing cartoon characters in hell talking about their latest shags.
All right, then.
Yeah.
All right.
Google it, Phil. Google it.
No, don't.
Buried, we can dig for treasure. There we go. Watch season 1 and 2 of The Boys, says Joe, and he really, Joe says Jumpy, and he really enjoyed it. sort of rotating my collection, says Dave, to maintain it at a manageable size while still experiencing different things. So that's pretty much the same as what Corn Kid does then, isn't it? Don't see myself getting rid of it altogether.
It's a necessary evil. Sometimes stuff I don't want to get rid of, I've got to.
Season 3 is GOAT.
Greatest of all time.
No.
Is that what that means? Right. Joe, you were just telling me how bad it was last Friday. Okay.
He saw some boobs last
Probably, yeah. The issue for me is too many people collect on an item supposed worth. You've hit the nail on their head. That's one of the things I dislike about collecting. And the question as well, you've probably had it yourself. That question of, if I buy this, is it going to be worth something in a few years' time?
Jesus Christ.
Hate it. Absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
Collect because you like it and you want it. That means it. What you have in it and experiencing it, that's your investment back.
Yeah.
If it's worth anything later, and if it isn't, it doesn't matter because you've already had your value out of it. If it is, well done. If it isn't, no commiserations then, is it? But no, you're absolutely bang on there. I buy the DVDs, Wolverine. I've been meaning to get season 3 for a while now. Okay. Vintage toy shops are better than museums because you have the option of buying stuff. Well, it'd be a museum with a shop.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's a museum with a shop.
Yeah, like I say, it would need to support itself financially, so it would need a shop there as well.
Have you ever been to the Sci-Fi Museum in Milton Keynes?
No.
Mark,
I've never been to Milton Keynes.
I'm going to visit Milton Keynes very soon. So yes, I'll find out about that.
That took me by surprise because guess what? It's a museum with a shop. Guess what the shop sells? 80s toys.
UFO.
Very good.
And I have got some. I think I only took stills on it when I was there. I think mainly because I did not expect that at all. I'd never been before. I thought it was just going to be a sci-fi museum, but someone had the good sense to say to. I think there were people who already had shops elsewhere, so they're doing like the cabinet route, So they had sort of cabinets of Star Wars stuff, and in the sort of foyer before you got into the museum.
Yeah.
So it was but it was a decent setup. There's quite a lot of stock there, so that was an interesting idea. But that's the only place I've ever seen try that sort of mix and match approach to it.
Cool. Patrick, in his effort to make us all feel incredibly old, in 6 years, the 80s will be 50 years ago.
Yep. There's quite a lot of that starting to come out now. It's like, this was released 45 years ago. And it was like, oh, I'm old.
Yeah. Dave went to Brooks Collectibles last week. It was great to have it round and a nice chat with Mark. Did you go upstairs and have a look in the museum, Dave? Because there was probably not a great deal up there to actually interest you, but it really is a lovely thing to look at. It really is. Forbidden Planet sells a lot, so Leeds would be good.
The only thing I would say about Leeds
sucks.
What stuff would you sell from the 90s? I'd have to do a little bit of research, but I believe that obviously there was Transformers Generation 2, which that's when you got all of the neon and bright colours.
Power
Rangers, Turtles, definitely.
All the knockoff Turtles, like Street Sharks, things like that.
Toxic Crusaders.
Yeah.
So how much stuff is 90s that I would have thought was earlier than the 90s actually as well.
Yeah, well, Turtles actually came out in 88.
Yeah.
But it was quite a long toy line, so most
it was around about 90 that started it in.
Yeah.
The toys started it and everything like that.
Micro Machines, Matchbox Connectables.
Yeah.
Can anyone remember Matchbox Connectables?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They're called Linkits.
Linkits as well. That were a different. They're 80s.
Yeah, they are.
They're 80s, definitely 80s. Those. McDonald's toys were very big throughout the 90s. Very big. The best ones were 80s, but they were very popular in the 90s. But yeah, I'd have to do a lot of research.
Star Wars, 99.
Fun?
Lego Star Wars, 99.
99, yeah. Super Soakers.
Yeah.
They're collectible.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
I think it's Mr. T, but you can't go in Cosmic without buying. I never not buy anything from you, says Ben. And he's right. He's right. But then again, considering the walk that you make in order to visit the shop, you wouldn't be doing it if you didn't plan on buying something, would you? And remind me as well when it comes to the giveaway at the end of the month that you need entries for your purchases. Joe says, season 4, no, you have any time, Mark? It's sometimes difficult to understand Joe's things because of his his problems and his difficulties. But yeah. Corn Kid, I will. Oh, you're as bad.
I buy stuff to remind me of favorite shows. I think it is. I will
buy stuff to remind. Okay, fair enough. But as money allows, then changed NECA to Hot Toys. Still have my original Dinky Eagles. Excellent. I've still never seen the Space 1999, but the Eagles are a beautiful design. They are.
Don't bother.
They're a beautiful
UFO's better.
Well, I'll watch that first.
Yeah.
I do plan on watching that first.
Yeah. Do it.
Yeah. Never part with. Good man.
Watch season 1.
I will have stuff. There we go. NECA is cool. They're getting better. They're better than they used to be.
Getting better.
My collection of figures is not worth much to others, but it makes me smile. And that's what Yes. That's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's entirely what it's about. But, I mean,
what makes you happy?
You were there. You stood right beside me when I bought. I'm going to get the one that you like as well. When I bought that, yeah, you stood right beside me when I got that, and you've got to be able to attest that the big smile on my face. I'm never watched Astro Boy. I don't know anything about it other than the fact that it's one of the original Japanese animes.
Yeah,
and I just thought it was cool. It's absolutely brilliant. And then when I realised that the hand isn't supposed to be up wavering, it's actually supposed to be holding his chest door open. And it's pointing at his heart. It's like even better. I love it. I do. You've
seen the Lego version?
Yes, I have. It doesn't do it for me.
Right.
It's not Lego, is it? But it's.
Oh no, it's
it's Timo.
It's Lego. No, it's Fantasy, isn't it? Fantasy do it.
No, it don't do it. There's just something about that. And the funny thing as well, I was watching a Thai program the other day, and this lad who's in it, he collects geeky stuff. It's all around his house. And as the camera panned, on his sideboard is that particular figure. And I was like, Jumpy says he does visit Gareth with the intention of buying things, but also because he's such a nice and welcoming person. This encourages me to want to continue visiting. And when you do, you bring those wonderful muffins, don't you?
That's wrong shot.
No, they really are nice muffins. They really are. You did go upstairs. It was really cool. Excellent stuff. Blue Sasquatch is here. Hello. How are you?
Sharks.
And he didn't wear his red shirt. You might survive then.
You didn't get the memo then, did you? You need to read your emails.
Thinking of selling off all your carded stuff soon. It's easier said than done, though. Not many dealers have the money to buy a large collection. Well, let me know what you've got and what you want, and I'll beat you down.
Yeah, I'll give you a tenner for it.
Power Rangers, Joe's saying about 90s toys. Loved Matchbox connectors, says Nix. Freakenstein. Hello, Freakenstein. What's up, everyone? We're all good.
Yo.
I'm doing a giveaway for your channel to the TFCon Toronto exclusive female Galvatron. Would they still be Galvatron then if it's a female?
Why not?
Is it a transformer?
Interesting. Stick a link in. Can you stick a link in?
See what you did
Could
there,
somebody stick a link in?
I'm getting me caught.
Hey, Jumpy, I want that McFarlane King Shark. Is that the next one? Is that your next purchase?
Ooh, I might run down and get it then.
Yes, you were grinning like a Cheshire cat. You know, that is something that I could have done with being on film. Yeah, for the episode. That would have been brilliant. I have 3,758 Transformers, and I'm the only one in my city that collects them.
No, other people do. They just
Are you sure?
Eyes.
Yeah, I'm not sure that there's many cities in the world where there's only one Transformers collector. Spot on, cool stuff. The value is in your experience of toys, not how much they might be worth later. Yeah, agreed. What your YouTube channels?
Do we have your YouTube channels?
If you're wanting to join the chat, it's Cosmic Toys or Cosmic Toy Man, whichever. I can't remember if it's Cosmic Toys or Cosmic Toy Man. Give me a minute. Cosmic Toys.
I'll put in the chat.
Cosmic Toys. Tell you what. Let's you bring that.
Keep talking. I'll do it.
Blue Sasquatch has probably got the answer.
You guys can talk if you like.
Now.
He should know your channel if he's watching mine.
Go over to Mark's channel. There we are.
He's got a spanner, so you must know what's what.
There we go. There you are. If you wish to join us, it's gone now. Yes, this is live. Oh no! Everybody hide! Delicious likes muffins or muffin tops. My collection is probably worth loads, but I will admit most of the figures I get are ones that I really liked and truly thought were worth it. I've never got anything just because it's rare. No, I've noticed that with you, Connor. And I love that about you. It doesn't matter if it's rare or common. If you want it, you get it. I like that. Yeah.
It's just annoying
within your budget, obviously.
So I was going to say, it's just annoying when they are rare and you still really want them because then things get interesting.
No, there's been times when Connor's left with bagfuls of stuff, and then there's other times when he's left with one item. It's down to whether or not he wants what he wants at the end of the day, and I like that.
That's fair enough.
I'll send you muffins rum, but we warned they would need extra packaging, and Shane may need to buy a new knife. Okay. Happen to like sharks, so I have the King Shark McFarlane Gold Series. That's what he's referring to.
Of course he does.
Oh, thank you, Josh. Thank you very much, sir. I'm sure I'm the only one. I live in Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
What is the population of Windsor, Ontario, Canada? That's the next question.
Yeah, what is the population there?
Is there a Legoland near it?
What? Oh, Windsor.
Windsor. Yeah, he's quick. He's quick.
Everyone's beat me to it. You thought you'd subbed a long time ago. Subbed.
You probably had done.
You might have done. Do you not have that dingling rum? Oh, thank you. You're at it as well, Mark. Thank you.
That was in my chat, so.
So maybe there weren't lots of comments in there. Perhaps that's why he was wondering if it was live or not.
John, we need to keep Shane away
from the dingling, or is it prostate exam? I don't know.
I'd go live with you guys one day if you want to talk about bots. We talk about this.
I don't want to talk about bots at all. Some people on this panel might do.
No, But I'm talking about toys all the time in general. It's my job. Mark's talking about them all the time. Andy talks about them frequently. Yeah. We're always talking about toys. So bots do come into it. Salacious has subbed. Look at that. You're building up your subscriber count just by being here. Catch 22.
No, I'm not going to say it.
And laugh it up, Fuzzball's here as well. Woo-hoo!
Fuzz!
Laugh it up, Fuzzball.
20,000? No, 200,000.
200,000.
Car City. I guarantee you.
Dewsbury.
If there's 200,000 people in your city, there's more than one Transformer collector.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guaranteed.
Probably not as many as you've got, but, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if they've got two, they've got a collection.
I was just going to say, if they've got more than one, then it's a collection, isn't it? Yeah. Gender Transformers, how does that... Yes, I know. I've been there. We've had this discussion many times before. Yeah.
When a boy Transformer loves a girl Transformer very much.
Well,
they go out and buy a new Transformer.
R2D2 is a lesbian, by the way.
No, he isn't. He's a he. That's why we always call him he.
Well, I'm a lesbian in a man's body, so, you know.
I talk about bots, but also eggs, more than you might imagine. Well, they are trans.
I think they're genderless, logically.
Logically, yes. Yeah.
Logic.
Well, that's one of the things I've mentioned this so many times, but it's one of the things I liked about a Simon Furman story, and I forget what the name of the story was, but it involved, was it Shockwave or Jaxus? But he was doing a very, very nasty piece of work, evil scientist kind of character, and he recognized by traveling many planets that most species that they came across had two kinds of counterparts to each other that made up the species, which are male and female.
Yeah.
And he recognized that the species, Transformers, fit more with the masculine side. So a prisoner that he did mental experiments on them to try and turn them into the more feminine side that he'd recognized in these other species. It sent them nuts, sent them absolutely crazy, and RC was born. And that's why the original series, you only really have RC. I know that there was an Elita 1 as well, but she's the result of something else, apparently. And I thought it was a really, really cool story. She ends up freeing herself, getting away, and I don't know if she links up with Prowl and manages to get her head straight and everything, and joins the Autobots. But yeah, it was a really, really good story. But then because of that story, I think it was Margate Scott came along. She took over the Transformers things at IDW, and she hated Simon Furman for that because he was saying that in order to be a female, you had to be nuts. Completely missing the point of the story. I mean, she's right, but completely missing the point of the story. But yeah.
Females got nuts.
Almost females do, yeah.
Let's see what's the chat saying. I'm going to end up getting cancelled for this kind of talk, aren't I? I hope I don't sound like a prick talking about this, but I bought a two-bedroom place this year to keep my collection of comics and toys. Been thinking about opening a shop, but I'm a bit socially inept. If you're socially inept, if you don't get on with people, a shop's not for you.
Yeah, because everybody that comes in is socially inept.
Well, there is that, but you do need to interact with customers.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how huge a part of the job it is. I mean, you'd get there eventually, but you'd suffer a lot to start with. You'd probably get an awful lot of negative reviews, just how you would interact with people, and that could end up killing the business before
Do
it
you
gets started.
sell online? Do you sell your stuff online? Start online.
That's the best way to start.
Yeah.
I mean,
Online is the best way to start.
You might find that. I mean, what you could do
Toy
as
fairs.
well as a bridge, you could try selling at a toy fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do 1 or 2 of those and see how you get on.
Carlo,
because
toy fair.
But bearing in mind that on those days that you do them, you will be interacting with an awful lot more collectors than what you will do when you've got a shop.
But I was going to say that is perhaps not a bad thing, because if it's people who you feel comfortable talking to stuff that you enjoy about, you might find that easier than day-to-day interactions with people, because they'll be on your wavelength probably, which might help. So,
although, to be fair, there's an awful lot of toy dealers at toy fairs that are a bit arseholy. You know, you try and have a conversation with them and you just get a grunt.
Yeah, I mean, I find sometimes you have to try and engage with
what you
it.
mean.
Yeah.
I think you as a customer sometimes, sometimes I will feel that I need to make the effort myself in order to get a response from them.
Yeah.
Because,
Interesting.
if we get a lot of time wasters, we get a lot of people who just go past, fiddle with stuff, and then walk off again.
Yeah, you get awful lot of that.
Yeah.
Give a Tommy Fair a try, and if you don't want to be mixing with many people, try Bolton.
Ouch!
If you need any help, we're always here to help you out, mate.
Thank you. And I'm the only one because I bought out everyone's collection.
What he means is he murdered all the Transformer collectors.
Hello, Blue Sasquatch. How are you? I just did a video of Simon at TFCon. Interesting. I'm going to check out your chat. I can't do it from where I am now, but I'll have a look.
No, it's annoying with StreamYard, isn't it? I was literally just trying that myself, and I thought, I can't do anything.
You can't do it. Open a new tab. There we go. Where are we now?
Let me go back to where I was.
Go to channel. Subbed. There we go. Right, there we go. You've got a new subscriber in me. Nix, you just need to partner up with someone who talks a lot. Loads of those in the toy community. That's a good idea as well. Get a buddy. Get a little toy buddy. Okay. Get a little toy boy.
You had to go there.
I did have to go there. Everyone has been calling Transformers he, him from the beginning, and then the female Autobots and RC were clearly depicted as female. Agreed, yeah, I'm not inclined to overthink it. No, I completely agree with you there. And it was even said that was to try and entice a girl audience at the time. Buying a house to house your collection is awesome. It certainly is. I wish I could do it. I talk a lot. Maybe send me all your comics. Fembot. Yeah, I know. Fembot. So, Humbot then. Everyone else is a Humbot. I used to have a shop, but I've changed a lot. My girlfriend used to be great with customers, but I can't do it alone. Like I say, I'm not saying it again. Thanks for the advice. Don't really sell online. Yeah, a lot of people do lack dealers do lack people skills. Yeah, definitely. The amount of dirty looks I get at toy fairs. Yeah, me too.
Get that camera out of my face.
Yeah.
Don't film it.
What you doing with that? What are you filming for? Have you got permission? Well, yeah, actually, I have.
Well, I've never actually had. I mean, I'd never really see anyone who's actually running a fair. No one's ever engaged me about filming.
No, I've only had it a couple of times. It's normally been with traders that are of the older variety, and they've probably got a lot more to do with their personal privacy than what younger people have gotten used to, because you walk out your door, you're on camera. Yeah. And we're all aware of that now. We're probably accustomed to it, and we don't really care anymore. But the older generation, they're very much, Oh, what are you doing with that camera? Oh, I don't want to be on camera. Don't put me on that YouTube thing. I don't want to be Googled.
I did have to explain the GoPro to people several times. So going around saying, that was quite funny. Because I understood. I just like, what is that? Yeah, it's old. Yeah, I know. It's like,
I think probably as a result of a lot of Mark's videos and other people with similar videos, I've had people jokingly come up to me and say, "Are you allowed to film that here?" And then they'll start laughing because they know they're being, well, they think they're being funny.
Just on my videos, yeah. Not allowed.
TJ, hello, TJ. How are you? And that's why I don't sell at toy fairs, because I'm a... Okay.
Cheers.
You need 2 screens like I have. 2 screens? Oh, right. I know what you mean now. Yeah. Subbed. Good man, Ben. Good man. Thanks for the advice, people. I sell to a few local dealers where I live, but only do that maybe 2 or 3 times a year. It's fair enough. Hello, Ben. I know you've sent me a message. I'll have a look at it after the stream. I have a problem when nervous. I talk too much. I put people off. I get that. I get that. Yeah.
When you get enthused about things, it can be natural to forget that other people aren't necessarily as enthused about them as you are. So you just need to learn to read the response you're getting, basically. It's tricky sometimes. I get that.
Yeah. Patrick showed me a toy the other day when he was in the shop. Yes, he did. Never seen it before. I haven't. It's the Comet from Captain Future.
I am aware.
It's only 24, so, you know.
God, I wish. Almost the other way around. 42. I'm 41. 41.
I mean, I don't think I think the first time I saw that wasn't on the cartoon. It was actually a Lego idea, and I was like, I don't recognize that spaceship. What's that about? And that's when I went off and found out what it actually was. But it was interesting.
Well, he was saying that when he was younger, for reasons, he lived in Germany when he was a child, or at least for a time he lived there. And it's a show that they had on over there, and he loved it.
Yeah.
I wondered if they sprechen Sie Deutsch. I usually get come hither looks when I go to events. The Transformers community is kinky. Yes, okay. I have noticed that actually. I've watched quite a few. I've got quite a lot of friends in the Transformers community.
Okay.
And a lot of them, there seems to be an awful lot of YouTubing going on in the Transformers community, or there always has been since the birth of YouTube. And I don't know why that is a thing, but it seems to be a thing. So I have seen quite a lot of videos of TF Nation and, what was it called before that? Auto Assembly. I've seen a lot of those videos, and yes, the Transformers community certainly is kinky. I think one of the great Fuzzball, hello there. I think one of the great bits about toy collecting is the multiple points of entry for all budgets, but equally dislike collecting snobbery. Yeah, collect what you like. Simple as that. Hi, hello, it's Rick.
Loud.
It's Rick. Left Coast Graphics. Hello there. I do Comic Cons and Mini Cons and TF Cons. As much as possible, I help out my brother. He does custom comic book covers and cards.
Nice.
Duke Comic Art. So anyone wants to have a look into Duke Comic Art? Do it. Hey, Rick. Yeah, Ben, that sounds kind of similar to myself. Yes, yeah, I know what he's talking about now, yeah. Oh, just missed Sprue. Hello, Sprue. Oi, oi. If you can sell yourself, you can sell anything to anyone. Well, nobody's ever bought me.
I wish I could. Free to a good home.
Yeah, in fact, the nearest that anyone's come to buying me is a membership of this channel.
I'm not fussy.
Cosmic, you are the same age as my ElfQuest figures.
Ouch.
TJ got off on one there.
Ja, ich spreche Deutsch. Kannst du?
Ja, ich kann
Ja.
Deutsch eine Bitte.
Ist gut, ja.
Wie kommen Sie
I
am
don't know where I
besten
got that
zum
from.
Bahnhof, bitte?
Don't know where I got that from.
Raz Tender, toy collecting is huge here in Sweden. Hello, little Swede. You lads ever bought anything from over here?
Not knowingly.
I've just sent a Dino Riders to Sweden. Does that count?
I've posted to Sweden.
No. I guess that means you sold to Sweden, not bought from Sweden.
Yeah, I've sold to Sweden. I don't think I've ever bought from Sweden. Not for any particular reason.
I like Swedish Chef.
I can't think of anything that I've bought from Sweden.
No.
I've seen a few Swedes that I'd quite like to buy, but I'm not going there.
Okay.
Cosmic Council toy figures. Oh, wow. Can you imagine?
Not enough plastic.
I tell you what, today, they'd all be the same body, wouldn't they? Just different heads.
Hasbro, stop it.
Glasses. All got glasses on.
Are there any
That's
interesting
just a red
toys
t-shirt.
that are of Swedish origin? Are you really going to have me go Google Swedish toys?
This could be unfortunate.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to share.
Oh, God.
Share new tab. I think it's that one. Share.
That's not a toy, Nix. That's not a toy.
Let's get rid of that one just to make sure I've got the right one on.
You might have got it from a toy,
Okay.
but
Swedish toys. Oh, it'd help if I could spell.
just be careful. Just be
I've waited
careful.
for that first
You get your
page to
safe
arrive.
search on. You get that safe search on.
They're quite generic, aren't they? They're typical toys.
Very sort of wooden, largely, aren't they?
Yeah. That's certainly not a Swedish toy.
Cars.
That is not Swedish.
That's Welsh.
Swedish chef.
Boingy, boingy.
Now, I had one of those.
Those plastic cars, I remember.
What, these?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've had similar ones.
Gallanite.
Had those in nursery. That's how old they are. Swedish Chef, yeah.
No. Moomins, are they? They're not Swedish, are they? They're Dutch, aren't they?
I was going to say Finnish, actually. I don't know. Could be wrong.
Finnish? Okay.
That's some
Like a
Danish
given
toys.
on both channels. I've bought stuff from IKEA. Does that count? Free to a good home. Does that include all your toys? I got an STD in Sweden a few years ago. Interesting.
Did you get it from a toilet?
Mein Herren. I can see those
Okay, so this is-
tiny blink.
Here we
This
go.
is confusing. So the Moomins are the central characters in a series of novels, short stories, picture books, and a comic strip by Swedish-speaking Finnish writer
Oh, right. Okay.
Tove
fair enough.
Jansson.
Interesting.
Originally
No,
published in Sweden by Schultz.
Swedish adult toys. Yeah. Oh, here he is. Hello, Ed.
Spectre.
Siku. I thought Siku was German. Is Siku Swedish? Oh, I'm interested now. Siku make very good models.
Seiko is a German brand of toy vehicles.
I thought they were German. It's nice to know that you're with us. You should have hopped on.
Sickle.
I'm back. I didn't know you'd
Moment.
come.
Moments finish. Yes.
That honestly was a disappointing search. What an anticlimax. I'm sorry you didn't get to finish.
It anti has a climax.
Moomin is Finnish, but made by a Finnish Swede. Yes, there are places in Finland where they speak Swedish. Interesting. Spectrum!
Spectrum.
I'm not actually.
It's a Spectrum hologram.
Well, it's a spectral Horus. Go on then. You know you want to show off some new toys. What have you been picking up recently? Who wants to go first?
Nout.
Me, Grimlock.
Oh.
Me, Grimlock, with Tweaky riding on my back.
Tweaky.
You didn't go get that from Marley, did you?
No, I didn't know. But it was I was chuckling though because I'd already got it slightly cheaper than the Morley one. So yeah, it was just complete coincidence. The Tweaky was just on. In fact, it was from the same guy who was selling the Grimlock. By Ed. And I wasn't particularly looking for it, but I'd always been curious about the quality of the Mego figures. I don't think I've ever had one before in my hand, but it's actually quite cool. I don't know if you can't really see it very well, but I mean, he's got loads of articulation on his arms. He's got shoulders, he's got knees, but these are old. I mean, these are properly old.
Yeah,
so
some
Roger's figures are pretty good, apart from the faces. The faces weren't painted; they were just blank.
It's really massive for Tweaky, mind, but yeah. I mean, I just thought it was a nice thing to sort of get sight of, really, because I've never had. I've never had one.
I had one of the bad guys, but I think I got rid of it.
Transformer.
I'm not even transformed him yet, but he seems to be quite good. But I mean, this is one of the ones I really loved when I had him originally. I had him originally.
Take care, Freakenstein. Look after yourself. Have a good day at work.
Yes. So he seems to have, he's got quite a few stickers in decent condition, and I managed to. He actually came with his non-firing gun and his firing gun as well, with a couple of missiles. So apart from his sword, he was actually largely complete, which I was quite happy with. So it wasn't expensive. So it's just one of those auctions where it wasn't. I don't think he massively described him. So it wasn't one that was attracting any particular attention. So I just bid and got it. Simple. So it's good.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Nothing else, no.
Nothing at the minute. No. Little bits and bats about, but obviously I did my pickups from Doncaster video, so that's all the ones from that are on there.
Mark, have you got anything to show us? No. Oh God. It's just me then. Oh, he's got something. He's got a tape. I think
that is a sealed.
I've seen that. I'm sure I've seen that.
No, this came today.
Oh, did it come today? Did you put a picture up of it then?
You mentioned it somewhere, but
I've got the Betamax one.
Yeah.
This is going. I've booked it in for the graders because it is pretty good.
Yeah, because we were discussing how they were going to grade it when they couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I knew that we'd discussed this.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's damn mint. Obviously, like I say, you can't get into the tape. I think there's like one tiny little bit of a ding there.
6.5 then.
Yeah, I'm thinking about 85. To be honest,
6.5, 65.
80, 85, something like that. As long as it's 85, I'm happy. 35 pounds to get it graded. So I thought,
okay.
It's a bit of an
Toy
experiment.
hunter in Barcelona the other week found a toy called Skifider's Lycanthrope. Yeah. Have a look on Google how cool the toy is. I never heard of it. Check it out. Okay. We'll do.
I've got these as well.
Wow, case for glasses. That's a beautiful thing, Mark.
Skiffy.
I'm waiting for the lenses to come for these. But yeah, pretty cool.
Cool. So you say you're getting different lenses?
Yeah, I'm getting prescription lenses.
Oh, okay.
There are no images, which is weird because it shows some there. I'd doubt if I could spell, wouldn't it?
Apparently, I'm too old to transform Grimlock these days.
Oh,
Good.
try that.
But yeah, I've just put a video up.
No, I can't find it.
About those. I've used them today.
Skiffy Doors Lycanthrope.
Oh, you've used them today. Cool. Oh,
Yeah. I went into Lego, filmed in there. Went into game, filmed in there. I didn't know. They hadn't a clue what was going on. So
There we
success.
go.
Great success.
There we go. I found one. Oh, it's gone. Present again.
Oh, I'm forgetting about this.
Oh, I don't know what's going on now. There we are. There we go. Right, this is what he's on about, ladies and gents.
Ooh,
It's mental. It really is mental, is that?
Hmm.
Oh, there you go. I don't remember this.
What makes that? WHTF. Slime included. Godzilla style.
Godzilla style, yeah. I just spotted that as well. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm not really a toy collector. Does Amiibos count? Of course they count. But as a game collector, I feel the toy collectors
definitely. Yeah, there's a definitely crossover.
We do. Well, it's funny you should say that because that makes for a very nice segue into me showing off something that I've picked up. So I will go large.
Segue.
Yeah, I don't collect graded games. I have a good collection of games, a modest collection of video games. But I picked this up at auction because it's going for the price that they tend to go for sealed anyway. Just a touch more. And that's this.
Mario.
From the auction.
I've already got this game myself. I've got it sealed. And we've got 2 copies of it for the kids, which are opened. And because it was only available for a limited time, it was quite a long time to be fair, but it was available for a limited time, and they've said they'll never release it as physical again. It kind of gave it a bit of an artificial boost. And they tend to go for 80 to 100 quid sealed. And this was around about 90 quid, I think, graded at 95. So I thought, you know what? I think there's a bit of something in that one.
Yeah, totally.
So I bid on it and I won it. And the very next one that came up, as you all know, if you watch me at all regular, you know that I'm a big Legend of Zelda fan. No. Well, the next lot was this. The latest Zelda game, but with its pre-order bonus as well. Which is a piece of crap, to be honest with you.
I was going to say, what is it exactly?
Yeah, is it a luggage strap? Yeah, a luggage tag. Piece of crap.
100 though.
They've both been graded at 100.
100. Wow.
You never see 100.
No, I'm going to say that's not a thing, is it?
the fact that I think this was 100 quid as well, to be fair. So it's not like I've got a bargain or anything.
Yeah.
And this game's not going to be particularly rare. But I've got a funny feeling that graded together like this, there's not going to be many of them. And certainly not at a double 100. So, yeah, they're one of those investment gambles. I think that one's a surefire.
Yeah.
Thing is that. I'm not too sure on the Zelda one, but as I collect Zelda anyway, it fits in with my collection.
It's like me with the Raiders. I mean, I've not got it for the monetary value. It's because I collect Indiana Jones stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is my favourite film of all time. Get it graded on a VHS that's sealed.
Yeah, it'll look nice, won't it? It'll look nice.
I've got a Betamax version of it. I've got
Do you think
two
Insecticons
VHS versions, 3 VHS versions now.
Possibly, if they ever need some Transformers that are able to clone themselves, the Insecticons would be good, wouldn't they?
But they stopped doing that pretty rapidly, though, didn't they? I remember they did it in the first episodes they were introduced. Like Transformers the movie, they don't use a swarm of Insecticons against the Autobot base. They just have 3 of them.
But one of them does get reformatted as the Sweeps, and they can clone themselves.
Can they?
Yeah. That's why sometimes you see loads of Sweeps and not just 1 or 2.
Okay.
I believe, anyway. Hello, Richard. How are you, sir?
Richard.
Hi, everyone. I've been asleep. Long day at work. Open it. Open what?
Good.
Smash it open.
Oh, he's on about the game. He's on about your VHS.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Sadly, that $35 to grade is more than the value of what you pay for the VHS.
I've not done it for value. It's not. There's not there for value. It's because I like it and I want it. And I want to get it graded.
I collect nutcrackers, and
Nothing
yes, they're the same breed. They are
£30 to buy it and 35 to grade it.
As an old fart, I grew up with Ulysses 31. Wouldn't mind some of those toys, but they are expensive as F, sadly.
Oh yes,
yes.
But I did that. Yeah, and I mean the one that I got from Doncaster wasn't even one of the ancient ones, and that in and of itself wasn't cheap. But actually, I don't think I've paid an unreasonable price for it, given what they do probably go for. So
Dave started to get into Evercade a bit after getting a Super Pocket Capcom edition. I've got that for Christmas, and I got mine for Christmas as well. Picked up a few carts now and tempted to get the VSR. Now, you know, that Super Pocket Capcom that you've got, on the side of the box, there's a number, isn't there? And I looked at that number and I was like, oh, that means if this is, I can't remember if it's number 1 or 2. I'm like, if this is number 1 or 2, then that means that there's a number 1 or 2 still available. So I went and had a look. It's like, oh, Atari Tato stuff. I'm like, oh. So I ordered that as well. And so, yeah, I've got those 2. I've got the original handheld, and I've also got the one you plug into the TV, which I've not yet opened. It's still factory sealed. So, yeah. They are quite addictive. I've got a few of them.
That's something I've been thinking about collecting. It's like old PS1 games. I mean, I've got the Metal Gear Solid.
Capcom is too tight. Yeah.
I love. It's just a case for that. I'd like to get like the Resident Evils and Tomb Raiders, things like that.
Right. What else shall I show you?
Chosen game. Yes.
Sticking with the game theme, purely, and this is before the Amazon Prime Day deals that's going on at the moment. I got this because it was reduced to less than half price. This has to be, how many people are going to come at me in the chat here for saying this? This has to be the most ugly games console ever.
How dare you?
Ew.
You could be right.
That's like the big tracks keyboard.
Definitely looks like something from Tron.
100 quid reduced to just under 50.
Wow.
I think it was $47.99.
Wow.
So I thought, well, I haven't got that one. I have got that one now.
Yep. Would appear so.
Another auction win.
It's a very nice build.
Yeah, that one was for myself.
Cool.
I was going to get another one, just keep it sealed.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's a very nice build, is that?
To be fair, the only other thing that I've got down here, you've already seen in a video anyway, so I won't show that.
They do a knockoff Last Crusade version, don't they? On that.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I've been trying to get hold of that.
Yeah. Now this isn't a reissue. This is an original 60s one.
Wow.
And I thought the condition of it for a 60s one was very, very nice.
That's very minty.
Yeah.
Totally.
They could. Would you grade something like that? I mean,
no, because it does have quite. Even though it's in good condition for its age, it does have a lot of imperfections. So it would get a bad grade.
yeah, I suppose if you're going to do it, you want a decent, a better,
For you and me would look at that and say,
I wonder if they take it in, if they're like something very, very vintage, they would take it into consideration with the grade.
For its age, that's intact. It's got a couple of little creases and stuff.
Totally.
I would say that's excellent condition considering its age. Yeah.
I mean, the color and stuff on it's brilliant. I mean,
yeah, but I wouldn't expect it to get more than a 4 or 5.
No, really? Gosh.
Yeah. Because all the little marks would knock it down and down and down and down. And that's it out of the box.
Yeah.
Color
of actual product may vary from the box.
Hey, I love it. I do. I absolutely love it. I paid more than I wanted to pay for it, but then again, we do these things, don't we?
Yeah.
And you know something? You know something? It's absolutely incredible. Because it works.
It works.
Oh, it did. There we go.
I love it when they work and they're ancient. It's brilliant.
I haven't tried it on anything yet. Hey, it works.
It's working.
It's alive.
It works all right. Yeah, lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Let's get me off big now. I feel terrible. I really do. There we are.
You're already big without Dalek.
Yeah.
I'm moist.
That's how my Grimlock turned out when I got him transformed. Look.
Oh, lovely! You've been playing.
Well, he's impressive for his day. It just comes across really well. And the other thing I really liked about him was that he looked like a decent dinosaur.
Yes.
The transformation mode is actually really, really good. And that was more complex than I remembered it being actually. To actually get him sort of fully transformed, that was cool.
Nice. He's to go down to the antique place tomorrow.
He's awesome, he's Grimlock.
But he's been looked after that one though. He doesn't seem to be overly play worn. His joints are pretty decent, So I'm quite happy with that.
Stickers,
There's a random, random shot to nothing, and that was quite nice.
And Pete's early again. Look. Time Crisis with gun for PS1 would be nice.
Yes, it would.
Very nice.
Pew pew.
Very nice. Have you seen the limited wood finish Atari Super Pocket Gareth? Not an Atari gamer myself, but it looks nice. You know what? I think I have. And as soon as it appears, I will be adding it to my wish list. I would second that, Gareth. That's ugly. It really is. It really is. Would love to see a Zelda collection, mate. I collect Zelda too. Maybe give us some faves in the collection. What would be my favourites? There is a short up on the channel which has got my first for figures Breath of the Wild stuff, because I really do like Breath of the Wild. My favourite two being Breath of the Wild and Ocarina of Time. I love both those games. Different reasons, a different style of game, but I love both of them very much so. And so I've got the 4 champions from Breath of the Wild. I've got Link and I've got Zelda. All of the collector's editions with the light up bases, and they look nice on a shelf together. What else have I got? I've got a few vinyl records. I've got quite a lot of the Nintendo DS limited edition consoles. The one that I did miss that I would like to get is the Hylian Shield version. I'd love to get that, but it just keeps going up and up and up and up and up in price, and it's gone out of my reach now. But I've got the Majora's Mask one and the Hyrule one. They're nice. There's lots of cool stuff. Oh, pack it in. Oh, give me it. Give me it. Give me it. Oh, give me it.
I was saving it for you anyway.
No, I've just remembered as well. Andy has got a gift for you at my shop. I forgot to give you it last time I saw you.
Oh.
Well, this one.
Can't get this stuff, can you?
You left a gift for me. Yes.
Well, I got a gift from Mario from last time. Yeah, it's for you anyway. I got it for you anyway. So
he got a load today. He misses building them, so start collecting them again. Well, I know somewhere that's got quite a lot of Gundams in stock. In fact, counting them the other day, there's over 70 in stock at the moment, 70 unique ones. So,
what's that? Forbidden Planet?
Oh, they've got more than that. That's probably where he's bought them, to be fair. What console was Donkey Kong Country on? SNES! SNES! Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
That was the Bongos, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Bongo one, yes. I was trying to think if there was one on there, but yeah, the Bongo one.
Not the Bongos.
Baz, how are you, sir?
Baz.
You well? You well?
I saw some of those transparent.
Take care, TJ. Bye-bye, my love.
Night, TJ. I saw some transparent N64s the other day in the shop in Wrexham. I can't remember if they had any. I wasn't looking for a Hyrule one though, so I don't know.
Okay. Victoria says Doctor Who stuff is her favourite, but she does like the face of Bob thing. Really? That's a horrible thing. I've got one of those lying around at the shop. God was bad Dalek. What a bad Dalek. Yeah. Well, I love them. They've got character and charm. Hey. These were good enough to appear twice in Doctor Who. Power of the Daleks, 1966. And Planet of the Daleks, 1973.
We need to do a video on how many toys have actually been in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
A lot of Action Man stuff. A lot of Action Man.
Yeah.
A Batmobile.
Was that?
Yeah.
Oh, is that in his pocket that he puts out on the thing in Genesis?
Right.
Genesis of the Daleks, yes. Yeah.
Funny.
Yes, correct. Evening. I think the limited Atari Super Pocket is a Funstock exclusive. What did I get from Funstock? Did I get from Funstock once? I saw them at a con. I think it was a con. It was some kind of exhibition. And I bought my Retron 5 from them, which will play original copies of Mega Drive and Genesis, NES, SNES, Game Boy Advance, and we'll also play the American and Japanese versions of all those games. And you can get a converter to stick in the top of it, which will then allow it to play Master System games, which I never did get. That. Sean, you said you got a lot. I'm not reading all them out. Yeah. He got a lot of numbers and letters, chaps. A lot of numbers and letters. You got a Zaku too. I've got one of them here.
A lot of
high grades then.
Yeah.
High grades by the look of it, yeah. Hi, Jumpy Eye, everyone. Got them from Travelling Man in Leeds and following them from Facebook.
I walked past there today.
I posted on my Facebook, I posted today, and it was Super Sentai 1. And yes, it was a real Super Sentai Doctor Who. I didn't know what to think. I don't think anybody knows what to think of current Doctor Who. I'm not a gamer, but I picked up an emulator from Cash Converters that said it had 108.
18,000.
18,000, yeah, 18,000 games. And I thought it was a typo, and it was going to be, they'll all be clones of each other. Excellent stuff. Let me know once you finish playing all 18,000 of them what you think of the games. You could do a review of them.
Review every single game.
That could be your YouTube channel, sir.
I'm going to say.
Reviewing every game, one a day.
Weather.
I still have an Atari Lynx in box. Wow. That would return somewhere. Won it from a fortnightly magazine called The Ancestral Trail. Does anyone remember that?
No.
Nope.
Before my time, I dare say. Before my time, I've not heard of it. If these two don't know what it is, I certainly don't. No. Played about 5 games and I've not turned it back on. You're as bad as me. You see that Star Wars arcade behind Mark? I've had mine now for about 5 months. It took me 2 months to get round to building it and putting it up. When I did put it up, it then took me 2 weeks to turn it on and play it. And when I played it, I spent about 3 minutes on Star Wars, about 2 minutes on Empire, and I haven't even tried Jedi yet. And I've turned it off and not put it back on again.
Jedi's the best.
Yeah, do a tier list of all 18,000 games.
Totally.
Gotta go. Good night, everyone. Of course you've got to go. You've got loads of Gundams to build.
Yeah. Chop, chop.
Hey, John.
Good night,
Right,
Sean.
go on.
Take care, mate. Right, Dave loved Ancestral Trail as a kid. Okay,
Oh,
fair enough.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Early 90s then.
Shall I have a look? Ancestral.
Mystery.
It always surprises me when I go into Smith's to find there are still magazines being made.
Lots of magazines
Yeah,
on all different subjects.
indeed.
And I don't know how they keep running, to be honest.
Let's show everyone what we're talking about here.
Ancestral Trail.
Is this it?
That looks cool.
It does look quite cool, does this, doesn't it?
Hmm.
In fortnightly parts, yes.
It's like
Okay.
serialized books, then, is it?
That's not a very good picture, is it? That's better. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Still don't know what they are. No Star Wars arcade better. Okay. Right, Sean. Vaguely remember that, does Pete? Well, I hope I've just refreshed your memory. That's it. Quality. Phil doesn't remember it. The artwork was excellent. It looks it. It looks it. It looks like the
Stephen Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like those. Fighting Fantasy. That's it.
Yeah.
Fighting Fantasy. I sold those.
Mm.
That big job lot of books that I got in. I sold all those.
It's actually to have had that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think I still have all mine too. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Wow.
There's rummaging occurring.
What have we got coming up, Andy?
What have we got coming up? I've got a few sort of pickup videos coming, nothing sort of hugely major because I'm a bit spent after doing all my Doncaster ones.
Yeah.
I need to have a look at the eagle that I picked up because I know that a couple of people were interested in having a look at that closer up. So I need to do that one. But I've got to go to an air show this weekend, so I haven't got time to do it this weekend.
Oh, lovely.
I'm taking the lad to an air show in Fairford.
Does he have an interest in aircraft then?
He wants to be a pilot.
He wants to be a pilot.
He can already do air traffic control speak. And he has flown a plane before. So
Interesting.
Definitely a potential thing for him. So yeah, so we're going to go and do that. And apparently I'm going to cook on Friday because it's hot. So super.
Nice. Was it a fanzine? Phil's asking.
Could have been, couldn't it?
There's a big ground then, wasn't there?
Have you got anything coming up, Mark? You've always got something coming up. What have you got coming up, Mark?
Well, I went to Leeds filming today with my new glasses. So filmed in game and Lego with my glasses. Nobody noticed. I talked to the manager at Lego and he said it's okay for me to film in there anyway. So that's coming up maybe Friday night or Saturday. Depends if I get anything filmed in between. So look out for that because it's quite interesting. What's in the shops is not interesting.
No.
I got
Story.
I went to get them. Got these. £3 for that. £5 for that. And
if I weren't charging more for them, I would tell you were robbed.
I know they're not for me though; they're for the giveaway. But I've got £2. I've got a £2 voucher, and you know it's running out at the end of the month. They're going to stop doing it at the end of the month. So I says, "Oh, can you get me £2 off?" No, we don't do it in store. You've got to do it online. Okay.
Well, I don't understand this though. I mean, what are they not paying for them that they can afford to sell them at those prices?
They've got a deal with Hasbro.
They've got a deal with Osmo.
Deal. Jesus.
They also have you know what it's like with all these big shops. The space on the shelf is worth more to them than the product on the shelf.
Yeah.
So once it's been there a while, which Magistrate Grief Card has been out a couple of years now, they just need it gone.
Yeah, just clearance.
Yeah.
The thing is, I mean, on a completely sort of non-collector side of things, if you're parents who don't have a lot of cash spare, that's a great way to get your kids some really cheap toys that are decent, presumably decent quality toys. I mean,
I would agree if they were for kids.
Well, I know, but you know.
Yeah. No kid wants to play with Grief Karga.
It's funny because the older one was more expensive than the newer one.
Yeah. Jumpy says, talking about things in the 90s, I used to buy 40 and Times magazine. Bizarre, alien, supernatural themed journal.
Terrible sculpt.
It's not that bad.
It is.
It's not that bad.
Bless
You
him.
bought it.
Poor bloke.
You bought it.
Bloke.
No, I think you could tell immediately who that's meant to be. That's a pretty good quote.
Well, clearly it's the hero from Planet of the Apes, yeah.
I used to watch the 40 and Times TV show. I think it was on Channel 4 with the Reverend Biker. That was quite a good show. And yeah, we're all about that sort of stuff, supernatural things, raining frogs and stuff like that. Yeah, it was a good show. I know there was a magazine. I remember seeing it in the newsagents at the time. But I never bought it. Nix has started collecting Bizarre again. Okay, it's still in production. Nick, so you're getting old copies. It'll just be old copies. Yeah, old copies. Yeah, I certainly do remember 40 and Times. Yeah, good stuff. Very good stuff. Right, well, I think we're about done, aren't we? Are we to try and stick it out for another 6 minutes?
I'll stick it out anywhere.
Oh, no, I know you'll stick it out anyway. I walked past the hole one day and there was something poking out of it. I looked up and there peeking over the wall was Mark.
He likes his glory holes.
I remember 40 and Times, my old profile as...
He's changed his avatar.
He has, yeah. Ancestral...
Cracking.
Ancestral Trail issue 1 and all the cards that came through all issues. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Like a card game tie-in or something, perhaps.
It must have been. It must have been some kind of D&D or Dragon's Lance type thing, mustn't it?
Sort of collection building thing over time or something, yeah.
It looks more 80s than 90s. I've got to say that.
Yeah, it does. The artwork doesn't it? But
yeah. Talking about sci-fi, you lads seen Severance? 10 out of 10. I haven't.
Severance doesn't ring a bell immediately.
Film TV series?
Book.
Oh, good night, Victoria. You take care, my love.
Night, Victoria.
Good night. No, I've not seen it. I like how everyone's just. I'll join them. We'll all look down.
Yeah, I've got my Matchbox catalogues.
Oh, is that what you're fiddling with? Okay. Oh, I don't think I ever showed you this.
I thought I'm missing 85, so I sent off for 85. But it had another one in that was 82, 83. I think it was
TV series.
Which
Interesting.
I had.
I watched 40 and 10.
81. 81, 82. Yeah. So I've got 81, 82, but 82, 83 came out, and then 83.
I remember noticing that and thinking it was odd. Yeah.
So yeah, I got one that I didn't have.
I think they switched, didn't they? They switched from it covering sort of 2 years into just one.
Yeah. I don't think I showed you this when I finished it. But I did finish building this, whatever it is. Pretty cool looking thing. So you build it like a Gundam. And Joe, Wolverine 169 Logan, said that it is Gundam. I had a look and I can't find it as a Gundam. There's something similar that is, but not this. But yeah, it's a pretty cool piece.
Isn't it? Than a Gundam.
Yeah, I think it's like a cross between Zoids and Gundam.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's very much like a Zoidy sort of.
Yeah, I like it. It's got quite a nice size to it.
Yeah.
And it is a Temu special. I think it's about 35 quid. But it took me a good 2 or 3 hours. I think the only thing it's lacking is lights. I think it's the kind of thing the amount of these translucent orange pieces should light up. You can either do it in red or orange. And I thought that the orange went better with the black and brown. Yeah. Yep. I didn't think the red went with the bronze quite so much.
It's giving me the Zoids cartoon vibes.
Right, okay.
Because in the Zoids cartoons, they sort of went beyond the kind of ones that were out in the 80s, way beyond in terms of what they could do and how fast they can move and all the rest of it, And the cartoon animation, obviously, they would do, but and it does remind me of one of those quite a lot. I think. Yeah. I wouldn't say anyone specifically but
okay.
Definitely that sort of thing. Yeah.
I have been looking at a few Zoids, to be honest with you. Yeah. Yes, Nixon, they put in Bizarre magazine nowadays, just walk down the street for a live version. Probably loved the 80s aesthetic. You had bits to cut out. I did cut them all out, but held on to everything.
Wow.
And that's another picture yet again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right. 2 minutes left. We've got two minutes. 1 minute, 10 seconds.
Night.
Leave studio.
I'll show you this then. This is probably going to be my next build. It's another Temu Gundam. Exactly. In fact, if it's a fake Gundam, does that make it a fun one?
Alibaba has sent me an email. They give me $90 to spend.
It's exactly.
Nice.
Which is about 60 quid.
Okay. It's there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
I like how you were saying, I watched your live stream from yesterday.
Yeah.
Today. Well, I had it on in the background while I was working. And it always amazes me with you guys, both of you, how many times my name pops up.
Well, what can we say? We like you.
Oh, no. Mark was like, don't be telling Gareth.
We live rent-free in my head. Yes, but your premiere last night, my name was mentioned quite a number of times.
Well, I mentioned your name.
A lot of you did, and a lot of people did.
Did
Gap,
I?
you were.
No,
you weren't saying that. I haven't said anything for. I've nodded off.
On screen. On screen, I mean.
On screen. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we like to promote you. That's all.
Don't be telling Gareth. Don't be telling Gareth. You were saying.
What about?
You was on about Diamond Select. All you YouTubers out there, all you content creators.
Oh no, there was a proper two, wasn't there?
Yeah, and then you said Godzilla and said, "Oh, don't be telling Gareth. Don't be telling Gareth." I don't think you get it anyway because it's US exclusive. They don't have distribution rights for Godzilla over here, so they probably wouldn't send it because it wouldn't benefit them. Yeah,
sounds about right. You can ask them.
Nero.
They are sending me some Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, Captain Carter, Deadpool stuff.
Final countdown. Guardian of Forever. Hello there.
Oh, Guardian Forever. That's
a bit like
nice
Gundam. Expensive though. Oh, really? I like that Enterprise.
Our Trek episode ever. Not the Discovery version, but
Guardian of Forever Star Trek. Yeah, I get it now. Sorry, I'm seeing the of and Eva, and I don't know why, but I'm thinking Neon Genesis. Or is that a melding of the two? Interesting. If there was a model of you,
in the words of Captain Kirk, let's get the hell out of here.
If there was a model of me, it would be a potato.
Bless him.
Potato.
BFF. Don't know about
that. We say it all together simultaneously. By our powers combined.
See, the thing is, Joe, if I did say that, and I turned into a young boy, I know that it would make your night.
See, night.
Right, we're past 10, so we're all going to get off. Let's do figures.
It's bedtime. Come on.
We'll do that next time.
I've had a long day.
Let's end this. Let's end this. What am I going to end it with? Yeah. Right, well, good night, everybody. Good night from me.
Good night from me. That's good night from him.
It's good night from him. All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.